Hello friends, welcome in a lecture of Mechanics of Solid Subject. Myself, Mitesh Patel. I am a assistant professor in a mechanical department at a Dr. Subhas Technical Campus, Junagadh. Today's our lecture topic is a moment of inertia. We already in last three lectures discuss about the moment of inertias. Uh, in these last three lectures, we already discuss about the what is the moment of inertia, types of moment of inertia of area, moment of inertia of mass, moment of inertia, parallel axis theorem, perpendicular axis theorem, and we already solved the examples of moment of inertia of simple types of examples. Now in this lecture we also solve the examples related to moment of inertia, but here the area shape is more complex than the earlier. Okay, so let's start the lecture. We already all these things are already discussed in last three lectures, and these three sums are already solved of T section, I section, and L section. Okay, now the area is slightly or little bit complex. Here the triangle is there, semicircle is there, and circle is there. What we have to find out? Moment of inertia of shaded area as shown in figure about axis AB. We have to find out the moment of inertia of shaded area, but the circle is not shaded. So in earlier example, from earlier example, you very well know that what we have to do to find out the moment of inertia of composite area. We find the moment of inertia of individual areas, and then after it we summation of moment of inertia of all the elements. Okay, so similarly we can do it at here and same example, but the moment of inertia of circle we have to subtract in the summation because it's not count, the circle is not count in shaded area. Okay, now let's start from the first step. So we have to find out the moment of inertia of these three elements. Sorry, first one is the triangle, second one is the semicircle, and third one is the circle. So this area is converted into the three regular shapes: triangle, semicircle, and circle. And now here the problem becomes easy because we have to find out the moment of inertia about AB axis, and we can see from the figure that if triangle is considered, so we have an equation of moment of inertia about base and AB axis at a base of triangle. Similarly, AB axis at a base of semicircle. So we have directly equations of base of moment of inertia to find out the base of semicircle. Okay. So now we know that, very well know that the moment of inertia about base of this semicircle and triangle, and here AB axis passes from the CG of circle. So I have a IG moment of inertia of at a center of gravity equations for a circle. So directly from the equation we can get the moment of inertia of these three elements. So let's start it from the triangle, and now moment of inertia of triangle about AB axis, or we can say that from base. So now we have equations of moment of inertia of triangle about base is a BH cube upon 12. Breadth is a total 80 and the height is 80. Okay, so now we got the value of MI for a triangle is a 3.41 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay, now moment of inertia of semicircle at base AB, or we can say that from base. Okay, or AB axis. We have direct equations of semicircle for a moment of inertia about base is a pi by 128 into d raised to 4, and here the diameter of semicircle is a 80, so 80 raised to 4, so 1.01 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. And here mi of circle at AB, moment of inertia of circle about AB axis. So now we have a directly equations of moment of inertia about CG of circle. Okay, so it's a pi by 64 into d raised to 4, and the d of diameter of circle is a 40 mm, so 40 raised to 4, and the value of mi of circle is a 0.125 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay, now we got the value of all the elements, triangle, semicircle and circle. Now what we have to do, now we have to summation of all the elements moment of inertia. So we got the total moment of inertia of this given area. Okay, so summation of it, so moment of inertia of triangle plus moment of inertia of semicircle, and from the summation we have to subtract the moment of inertia of circle. So it's a subtract from the summation of moment of inertia of, okay, so circle moment of inertia is subtracted, so it's given the negative sign, and we got the final value of moment of inertia of this given area. Okay, it's a 4.295 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay, so here the sum become easy because the moment of inertia we have to find out from the AB axis, and AB axis is at a base of the shapes and at a CG. So we can directly got the moment of inertia with the help of equation. So sum becomes short and easy. Okay, so let's start the go to the another example. Here we have to find out the moment of inertia of this area. What about determine the moment of inertia of plane area shown in figure about baseline AE. The baseline is the AE. So about that we have to find out the moment of inertia of this given area. So here 3 elements is there, or assume that first is the square, triangle and semicircle. So here also we have to summation of triangle moment of inertia, rectangle moment of inertia, and subtract the moment of inertia of semicircle from the summation of this both element. Okay, so first we have to find out the moment of inertia of rectangle, moment of inertia of triangle, okay, and semicircle. Now we have a direct equations. We have to find out the moment of inertia of about base at A axis. So we have directly equations about the base of the regular shapes, or that means the rectangle, triangle and for semicircle. So first go for the rectangle and find out the moment of inertia of rectangle about base, and we have directly equations BD cube upon 12, BD cube upon 3 about base. So we can directly got the moment of inertia, otherwise we can also use the parallaxis theorem, but we have a directly equation, so go through for that. So calculation is easy, and finally get the value of moment of inertia for rectangle section. This rectangle section, B is a 300 mm and depth is a 300 mm. Okay, sorry, breadth is a 400 mm, 300 is only this diameter of semicircle plus 100. So breadth is a 400 mm and depth is a 300 mm, and put this value in this equation and got the value of this 3.6 into 10 raised to 9 mm raised to 4. Okay, so moment of inertia of rectangle about base or axis, we got that. Now go for the triangle. In this triangle, okay, now we have find out the moment of inertia about axis, or we can say that base of triangle. Okay, so directly we have equations for the moment of inertia about base of triangle. It's a bh cube upon 12. Breadth is a 200 mm and height is a 300 mm. So 300 cube upon 12, and we got the value of moment of inertia for a triangle about base or axis is a 450 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay, and now for semicircle, find out the moment of inertia for semicircle about the base. Okay, about the base, and now we have a direct equations for that. Its equation is a pi by 120 into d raised to 4. Okay, and diameter of this semicircle is a 300 mm, so 300 raised to 4, and finally got the value of moment of inertia for this semicircle about base or axis is a 198.80 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Now we got the value of moment of inertia of individual elements. Now we have to find out the moment of inertia of this total area. So what we have to do, we have to summation of this all element moment of inertia and subtract the semicircle moment of inertia. So moment of inertia of semicircle is subtract, and other two element moment of inertia is do the sum. Okay, and finally we got the total moment of inertia of this given area about its base or axis. It's a 3.851 into 10 raised to 9 mm raised to 4. Okay, so from these two sum, you can see that if moment of inertia is find out about the base, it's become very easy because we have a direct equation, so sum is become short and easy. Okay, now same sum is given, same area is given, but the little bit different from the last sum. The moment of inertia is find out from about II axis and IYY axis for given area or given lamina. Dimension is same, all thing is same, but we have to find out the moment of inertia not about the base but about the passing axis XX and YY axis from the CG of this area. So sum becomes too lengthy from the last sum. Okay, so first we have to, what we have to do, first we have to do find out the center of gravity of this compound area. So let's, for that we also convert this area into the regular shapes, three regular shapes: triangle, rectangle and semicircle. Okay, so for first we see that this is this composite lamina or area, it should be a symmetrical or not symmetrical, but it's not symmetrical, so we have to find out the both value, x bar value and y bar value. And we know that for a lamina, what is the equation for to find out the x bar and y bar? A1 x1 plus A2 x2, and subtract this area, so minus A3 x3 and upon A1 plus A2 minus A3. Similarly for y bar, but value of y1 is there, y is there from instead of x. Okay, so we have to find out the area x1 y1 x and y for the all three elements. So first go for the rectangle, first element. So area of this first element, what is the 400 into 300, so 120,000 mm raised to mm square Okay, now what is the x1? X1 is the 200. Here our reference point is at corner, so reference axis is this way. So x1 is a half of 400, so is a 200, and y1 is a half of 300, so 150 mm. Similarly for part 2, element 2, triangle. Area of triangle is a 1/2, base into height, 1/2 base 200, height 300, so total area is a 30,000 mm cube, mm square. X2 is the distance of CG of triangle from this vertical or horizontal reference axis. For X, it's from the vertical axis, horizontal distance. So horizontal distance of CG of triangle is defined by h by 3, this distance, and now we have this distance is a 400 plus h by 3. So here what is the h? H is a 200 by 3 plus 400. Okay, so x2 is a 466.67 mm. Now for vertical distance from the reference axis to CG of triangle, so this one is here, and what is this? It's h by 3, and here h is a 300, so 300 by 3, so y2 is the 100 mm for triangle. Okay, now go for the semicircle. So area is the total is the pi r square, and half is the 2 divided by 2. Total area of circle is a pi r square, but here the semicircle, so divided by 2, pi r square by 2, and radius is the half of 300, so 150, so 150 square, and finally got the value of area for semicircle. Now the distance of CG of semicircle from the reference axis, horizontal distance x, horizontal distance is a, what is the distance? R plus 100, and what is the R? 150 plus 100, so 250. Now vertical distance from the reference axis of CG of semicircle is a 4r upon 3 pi, and radius is a 150. We know that we got the value of y3 is a 63.66 mm. Okay, now we have all values for x bar and y bar equation, a1, a2, a3, x1, x2, x3, and y1, y2, y3. So put the value of a1, x1, x2, x3, a2, a3, all the values in x bar and y bar equation, and we got the value of x bar and y bar. X bar value is a 254.36, and y bar value is a 163.53 mm. Okay, so now we have a value of x bar and y bar. So got the position of center of gravity from this reference point at a corner A, so it's far away, 254 from this reference axis, and it's heighted 163.53 from this reference axis. So position of center of gravity is here, and from that we can get the position of x-x axis and y-y axis. Now we have a find out the moment of inertia about this x-x axis and y-y axis. Okay, clear that? Now we have go for the moment of inertia, and particularly for x-x axis. First we have to find out the moment of inertia about x-x axis. So first we have find out the rectangle element moment of inertia, or first element moment of inertia. So here CG, our base, is not come into the axis or not pass the axis from the CG or base, so we have to apply the parallel axis theorem. So first, what is the Ig plus Ah square? What is the Ig? Ig is the moment of inertia of rectangle about its center of gravity, and we have equations for that. What is the equation? B d cube by 12. B is a breadth is a 400, d is a depth is a 300 of rectangle, so 300 cube by 12. So Ig is got. Now A is the area is the 400 into 300. Okay, now area is got. Now H is the distance. What is the distance? Distance of CG of this total area to the CG of square. Okay, sorry, rectangle. CG of rectangle. CG of total area to the CG of rectangle. Okay, so this distance we have to find out. It's called the H or H1, whatever you say. So first element is there, so define the H1. So H1 value is got from, we have a y bar value. What is the y bar value? Is a 163.53, and the CG of this rectangle is upon this y bar. So CG, total CG of this rectangle, of this total area is about at here, and the CG of this rectangle is about here. It's a 150 CG of rectangle, and the y bar is 163.53. Okay, so from 163 to subtract the 150, then we got this distance between these two CG. Okay, so 163.53 minus 150, so we got the distance between the CG of rectangle to CG of this total section. Okay, this distance we got. Okay, now we have all values in this equation, parallel axis theorem, and got the final moment of inertia of this for rectangle about x axis. It's a 921.96 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay, now we go for the triangle. So similarly, we have to use the parallel axis theorem because the x-axis is not passing the CG or base of this triangle. So we use the parallel axis theorem, Ig plus H square. Ig is the moment of inertia about center of gravity, and the equation for that is a bh cubed by 36. Breadth is a 200 and height is a 300. So 300 cube upon 36, bh cube upon 36. Okay. Now we got the Ig. Now go for the area. Area is a 1 by 2, breadth into height, base into height. Base is a 200 and height is the 300. Okay, and now we have to find out the H, distance between the CG of triangle to CG of total section. Okay, so height, what is the height difference between them? Okay, so x-axis is here and CG of triangle is about at here. So this distance we have to find out. This distance from the base is h by 3. Okay, h by 3 means the h is a 300 by 3 is 100. This distance is a h by 3 and this total distance is a y bar. So from y bar value we minus the h by 3 distance, then we got the distance between these two CG. So y bar value is a 163.53 and minus the h by 3, and here h is this 300. So 300 by 3 is a 100. So So 163.53 minus y bar minus 100, and y bar value is 163.53. Okay. So now we got the value of moment of inertia for triangle about this x-axis. Okay, clear? And its value is 271.08 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay, I axis 3 is equal to Ig plus h square, means the moment of inertia for semicircle, and for that we have to use the parallaxis theorem. Why? Now we all know that, means the x-axis is not passing from the CG or base of semicircle, so we mustly use the parallaxis theorem. So what is the Ig for semicircle? It's 0.11 rs to 4. The equation of moment of inertia for a semicircle about CG, એટલે કે CG થી moment of inertia semicircle નું equation શું છે તો કે 0.11 into rs to 4. What is the radius? 150. So 150 raised to 4 into 0.11. Now we have find out the area. Area is pi r square by 2, and we have radius is 150. Now we have to find out the value of h, distance between the CG of this semicircle and total distance. Okay, so from the base, CG distance of semicircle is 4r upon 3 pi, and this distance is a y bar. So we have to this distance, so subtract the 4r upon 3 pi from y bar. So we got the distance between this CG of semicircle to x-axis. Okay, this distance we got. This distance is a 4r upon 3 pi, and this distance is a y bar. Okay, so subtract the y bar minus 4r upon 3 pi. So y bar is a 163.53, and the distance of CG of semicircle from the base is a 4r upon 3 pi, and radius is a 150. Now you have all values, and we got the value of moment of inertia of semicircle about x-axis. Okay, now we got the all moment of inertias of all elements, but we have to find out the moment of inertia for this total composite area. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we summation the all the moment of inertias of all elements, but here this area, semicircle area, is cut out from that plane, so we have to subtract the moment of inertia of semicircle from the summation. Okay, so negative sign is given out for the moment of inertia of semicircle. Okay, okay, so total moment of inertia of area is a 784.86 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay, I hope you very well understand how to solve the examples of moment of inertia of slightly complex type areas in which triangle, circle, semicircle are included. So I think you very well enjoying the video, and thanks for listening the video. Thank you.